What's good, my Falcon brothers and sisters? We are finally back with making Falcon content. It's been a good minute since I made some Falcon content, but I'm finally back. Now today, I want to talk about can the Falcons win the NFC South? Yes or no? I'm not talking about all the other games. Today I'm just talking about the NFC South just by itself, because I think that's kind of more important with the way the Falcons have been going these last couple of years, where the Falcons could have easily won the NFC South and they choke every single damn year. Just like last year, the Falcons were like 4-0 in the NFC South, and then they ended up losing to the Saints, and we didn't make the playoffs. Now, last year was a pretty crazy season. Last year, like I said, we started 4-0 in the NFC South. Kirk Cousins ended up, being straight up trash, throwing who knows how many turnovers and just fumble. He had the most picks and the most fumbles last year, which was not good for the Falcons. He led in both categories in turnovers, which is fucking terrible for a quarterback. And the reason why I'm not going to talk about all the other games is because I got to see the Falcons actually do some shit in the NFC South. We should have swept the NFC South last year. We should have swept the Saints. And we should have swept the fucking Panthers. It's been 2 straight seasons where we lost the last game to the fucking Panthers, which is pathetic by the Atlanta Falcons. That is a terrible performance by the Atlanta Falcons. And then we was trying to rely on the fucking Saints to beat the Buccaneers. That's not good. That's pathetic that we had to rely on the fucking New Orleans Saints to help us out because the Falcons cannot get the goddamn job done themselves. That's embarrassing. That we was actually begging the Saints to beat the Buccaneers, and then at the end of the day, we still lost to the fucking Panthers. Even if the Saints would have won, we still choked against the fucking Panthers. That's how bad of an organization the Falcons are. That's how bad of a football team we had last year because of Arthur Blank and Raheem Morris and fucking and Terry Fontenot. But this year, is there going to be anything different in this year? I don't know. We got a new quarterback, aka Michael Penix Jr. We got some new defensive weapons on the team: Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr., Xavier Watts, Billy Bowman Jr. So we added some new players for defense, and I think we did really good in this draft this year. This was a really good draft class. If we talking about the undrafted, we got Kobe Bryant. I think Kobe Bryant's going to be starting by the beginning of the season. I can guarantee that he's going to start before the season even starts. But we also lost some players on defense. We lost Matthew Judon, Justin Simmons, Nate Landman. I think the biggest loss probably was Grady Jarrett. Honestly, I know I said a lot of shit about Grady Jarrett, but we probably could have used him one more year, but hey, it is what it is. I've been saying get rid of him for a good minute, but we probably could have used him this year. At D-tackle. So can these guys step up for decades to dominate this division? I can really see them doing that. I mean, a lot of these dudes are really monsters. Like I said, you got Jalen Walker and James Pierce. I think James Pierce is really going to have a great season this year. I feel like he might have like 10 sacks. But I'm going to do a whole nother video on the rookies and stuff. But what I want to look at is, can Michael Penix Jr. actually be the guy? Because we did this a couple years ago, folks, with Desmond Shitter. Desmond Ridder came in at the last moment in that season with Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota being a little bitch and all that, crying, "Oh man, I lost my spot, so I'm not gonna help him out. I don't care." He was doing all that crazy stuff. He's a bitch. But hopefully, we don't have the same situation like that where Michael Penix is not the guy and he's just like another Desmond Ridder. But the difference is we got Kirk Cousins still. Now you know how it is with these quarterbacks now. Once you bench them, they're like, well, if you give me one more opportunity, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Now, I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen. I'm just saying that could happen. But I feel kind of a little bit more comfortable if Michael Penix does not play good. We still got Kirk Cousins in the back. Not saying Kirk's gonna be good, but I'm just saying at least we know we still got a decent backup quarterback that we can use in need be. You know what I mean? Just in fucking case. Like at least we can say that Kirk Cousins he's won 4 division games last year. He did win 4 division games last year. I think Michael Penix was 0-1 against the Panthers last year. And I'm not putting that on him. I'm putting that on Raheem Morris and that shitty ass defense that we had last year, and that shitty ass defense we have had for fucking 7+ years, hell longer than that. Now let's not get it twisted. A lot of folks disrespect the NFC South, which I understand, but The Buccaneers still are a good team. They drafted a receiver in the first round, which really made no sense. But now they got another offensive weapon they can use. They still have a good defense. They got Levante Davis still. He's still a top, linebacker in the league. They got a pretty decent D-line still. They got that fat boy, Novita Vea, big old self. They still got Mike Evans. And then folks can laugh about Baker Mayfield, but Baker Mayfield, he's been a solid quarterback these last couple of years with the Buccaneers. So, he's still a big threat to the Falcons, obviously. He's beaten us before. So, he's still a good quarterback. Reality, he's honestly like the top 10 quarterback. If you're asking me like dead seriously, yeah, he's definitely a top 10 quarterback. Now, I would say the Bucs will be our biggest threat, but the Panthers made some moves this offseason. They drafted that dude from Arizona. He'll probably be a pretty solid, receiver. I think he's like 6'5" or some shit. So he'll be a monster for them at least. They got some, still got a good, decent, solid O-line, I guess you could say. They got some decent defensive players. I'm not scared of that fucking defense. I'm not gonna hold you, but the Panthers defense don't scare me. I don't give a fuck who they got at their cornerback position, their D-line. We ain't scared of none of them fools. We know we can score on the Panthers anytime we want. And I don't give a damn. Even when the Panthers had a decent defense, we still would score on them. I'm not scared of the Panthers defensive-wise. Offensive-wise is another story. But if this defense is going to be so-called good this year with the draft class we had, let's hope that they actually can make stops and get turnovers and get sacks and all that type of stuff in this division. Because we should be able to dominate in this division, like I said. Now, you got the last team, the sorriest team in the division, a.k.a. the New Orleans Saints. Y'all are going to be so trash this year, boy. So trash. So trash. Tyler Shown, that's the best you can do? You think we scared of him? That boy is trash. I saw him play at Louisville. That boy is garbage. Trash. The Saints are going to probably go 0-18, bro. 0-17, whatever the hell it is. They ain't winning no games. Now, knowing the Falcons, as long as Taysom Hill don't damn play, we should be able to beat the Saints with pure ease. You know what I mean? As long as the Taysom Hill's not playing, we should be able to beat them with fucking ease. I'm not going to sit here and talk about the Saints because I don't fucking care about the Saints. Fuck the Saints. Because I'm looking at this division right now, and I'm looking at the weapons we got on offense, like I said. We got B-John. We got, shout out to Drake London. He is top 100 this year in the NFL. I think he's at number 97. B-John is going to be in there this year, I'm pretty sure as well. Jesse Best will be in there again, like usual. We have a lot of stacked players now. We're starting to get players that folks know nowadays. With the Falcons, most folks are like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? We starting to get players, they're starting to make names for themselves. B-John is getting up there. He's top 3 running back in my honest opinion. I think he's number 1 in my honest opinion. But I'm a Falcons fan, so, you already know what I'm going for. We got my boy Drake London. Drake London should have a phenomenal season. Make sure he get himself paid for next year. We got Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, this is your last chance. And Falcons fans, we're not trading him. We're not going to trade him. There's no reason to trade him when we don't have no other good tight end. What would be the point of trading Kyle Pitts and we ain't got no other good tight ends? That makes no damn sense at all. We got Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney should have had 1,000 yards last year if he did not get injured. The game before the last game of the season, Darnell Mooney would have had 1,000 yards. Ray-Ray McCloud, he had a pretty great season last year as well. Cordell Howges, he had a pretty good season. He had some, that game winner against the Buccaneers. So that was he's a solid, receiver number 4 for us. We got Nick Nash, the Triple Crown receiver in college football last year, but she should have won the Best Receiver Award last year, I'm pretty sure. I forgot I think they give that shit to Travis Hunter, which I don't understand why. That makes no damn sense. We got a top 5 O-line. We've had a really good O-line for the past 5 years, which folks don't really say, especially running a run block. We got the best run block, in the league, in my honest opinion. But we have a top 5 O-line, man. There's no reason why the Falcons can't win this division. If Raheem Morris and them don't get the job done this year, or even get us to the playoffs, just fire both of these fuckers right after the season. There's no point in keeping them. But that's the end of the video, folks. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever. I'm going to catch you in the next one. We out.